Hello friends, in previous lecture we have studied row echelon form, row reduced echelon form, then rank of matrix. Today we will study concept of consistent system, inconsistent system, homogeneous system, non-homogeneous system in terms of their solutions. Okay. So what is meant by consistent and inconsistent system? Consistent and inconsistent system. Let X is equal to B, here A is m by n matrix, X is n by 1 column vector and B is m by 1 constant matrix. The system of m equations, m linear equations in n unknowns. In n unknowns, x1, x2 up to xn. Then system is said to be consistent if it has solution. Okay. Then system is consistent if it has a solution. So what is meant by solution? Values of variables x1 is equal to s1, x2 is equal to s2 and so on, xn is equal to sn, which satisfies this. Each equation of that system is known as the solution of system, has a solution. And inconsistent if system has no solution. System has no solution. Okay. So this is about the consistent and inconsistent systems. So result, let X is equal to B with usual notation. A is a matrix of coefficient, X is matrix of unknowns and B is matrix of constant. The system of m linear equations in n variables then 1. System is consistent if rank A AB is equal to rank A is equal to rank AB. That is, rank A is equal to rank AB. Rank AB. Moreover, system has unique solution. System has small one unique solution if rank AB is equal to, or rank A is equal to rank AB is equal to number of variables, number of unknowns variables. Second, infinitely many solutions infinitely many solutions. If rank A equal to rank AB, augmented matrix AB is less than number of unknowns, number of variables. And second, system is inconsistent, it has no solution, is inconsistent if rank A less than rank of coefficient matrix. Rank A not equal rank AB, then system is inconsistent. Okay. Then there is concept of homogeneous and non-homogeneous system. Homogeneous and non-homogeneous system. A system X equal to B is said to be homogeneous if B equal to 0. Okay. A system X is equal to B is 1 homogeneous if B is equal to 0. So in that system, if right hand side of each equation is 0, then that system is homogeneous. And second, non-homogeneous if B not equal to 0 bar, that is if at least one BI not equal to 0. At least one BI must not be 0. So this is about the homogeneous system. Now if Ax is equal to B, then values of x1, x2 up to each xn equal to 0 must satisfy that one. In homogeneous system, if B is 0, means your first equation equal 0, second equation equal 0, and so on, last equation is also 0. And if I assign each variable equal to 0, then that x1 is equal to 0, x2 is equal to 0, dotted up to xn equal to 0 must satisfy each of equation in that homogeneous system. So homogeneous system is always consistent because it has at least one trivial solution. It has at least one solution which is trivial solution, that is x1 is 0, x2 is 0, so on, xn is 0. Okay. So we'll take it as note. Note. A homogeneous system x is equal to 0 bar is always consistent as it has at least one solution. It has at least one solution, that is trivial solution. x1 is equal to 0, x2 is equal to 0, and so on, xn is 0. With usual notation, if I take x equal to 0 with system of m equations in n unknowns x1, x2 up to xn, then if I assign each variable equal to 0, then that values must satisfy each of that equation. and therefore homogeneous system is always consistent. Now we'll take examples on system of equations, linear equations, okay, and we'll use those criterion to solve systems. Example, solve following systems. So first one, we'll take a system of three equations, three unknowns, x plus 3y plus 2z is equal to 12. Okay. I will take here 3z. The next equation is x plus 4y plus 4z is equal to 15, and last equation is x plus 3y plus 4z. 3y plus 4z is equal to 13. We will take these two equations. This is system of three equations in three unknowns x, y, z. Okay. The matrix form of this system is matrix form of this system is coefficients of x 1, 3, 3, then 1, 4, 4, 1, 3, 4, x, y, z, 12, 15, 13. So this is my A, this is your x, this is B. A is your 3 by 3 matrix, x is your 3 by 1, and this is your 3 by 1, right? The argumentary matrix form of system is, okay, argumentary matrix form, the argumentary matrix form of system is, it is not necessary to write both forms, only as this is my first example, and through minimum number of examples I have to explain all concepts. So I have written matrix form as well as argumentary matrix form. In exam you have to just write one form. So argumentary matrix form is useful for us. So what is the argumentary matrix form? In argumentary matrix form, first we write A, and then just by putting vertical line or dotted line we will write B. So 1, 3, 3, then 1, 4, 4, 1, 3, 4. So this is part of A, and just we will put either dotted line segment or vertical line, and we write entries in B 12, 15, 13. Okay. Now to find the rank of matrix, we will reduce this matrix to its row echelon form. So for finding the row echelon form, we have to apply suitable row operations. So by using this one, we have to make firstly below entries to be 0. So we will use operations R2 minus R1, R3 minus R1. Then this matrix is equivalent to 1, 3, 3. There is no change in first row. 12, 1 minus 1, 0, 4 minus 1, 3, 4 minus 3, 1. And 15 minus 12, that gives us 3. Right? 15 minus 12, 13, 3. Then 1 minus 1, 0. 3 minus 3, 0. 4 minus 3, 1. And 13 minus 12. That is your 2, 1. Right. So here if you observe number of non-zero rows. So first row has first non-zero entry is 1, in second it is 1 here, this is 1. In any two non-zero rows, leading one in upper row is at left position than leading one in below row. So this is your row echelon form. Row echelon form. From this, what is the rank A? Rank A is nothing but this part. This is the row echelon form of A, and this complete, okay, row echelon form of A. And this completely is row echelon form of AB. Right. So this part is row echelon form of A, and complete matrix is row echelon form of AB. So from row echelon form, rank A is equal to rank AB is equal to 3, and which is nothing but number of variables x, y, z. Number of variables, unknowns. And therefore system is consistent. System is consistent and it has unique solution. System has unique solution. Now for obtaining the solution, we'll write reduce system of given system. From row echelon form, reduce system of given system is we'll multiply first row by x, y, z. X plus 3y plus 3z is equal to 12. Second one, y plus z is equal to 3 and z is equal to 1. Right. So by back substitution, z is 1. If I put z is 1 here, y is equal to 3 minus z, which is nothing but 2. X is equal to 12 minus 3y minus 3z, which is equal to 12 minus 3 into 2 minus 3 into 1, which becomes 12 minus 9, that is 3. And therefore x is equal to 1, x is equal to 3, y is equal to 2, z is equal to 1. Right. So 1 plus 6, 7, 3 plus 6, 9 plus 3, 12. Okay. Then second equation, whether equations are satisfied or not. 3 plus 8 plus 4, 15. Then 3 plus 3 into 2, 6, 9 and plus 4, that gives us 13. Is solution of, is unique solution, okay, unique solution of given system. This solution is obtained by using Gauss elimination method. This solution is obtained by using Gauss elimination method. Elimination method. Right. So, for Gauss elimination method, you have to reduce argumental matrix to its row echelon form only. And now we will study Gauss-Jordan elimination method, in which we have to reduce argumental matrix AB to its row reduced echelon form. To its row reduced echelon form. So here, in one step we got its row echelon form. So it is not always true that in one or two steps we will get row echelon form. We have to apply a sequence of proper row operation to get the row echelon form. So for that we have to solve too many examples to obtain the row echelon forms of given matrix. Okay. So it is not necessary to take separate examples on row echelon form separately, or to find rank of matrix, etc. Only through system of linear equations we can clear concept of row echelon form, row reduced echelon form, and then rank of matrix, etc. So for your row reduced echelon form, what I will do, I will use this leading one to make above interval 0, then next leading one to make above interval 0, and I will convert this row echelon form to its row reduced echelon form, in which column containing leading one contain all other entries to be 0, and then what form we will get, it is known as the row reduced echelon form. So in next example, that is in next lecture, we will study now concept of Gauss-Jordan elimination method via row reduced echelon form of the given matrix. Thanks for listening lecture carefully. Bye bye.